Season 3, No More Nice series. This episode is entitled Niceness Gives Everything to Everybody, but Kindness Gives with Discerning Wisdom. Have you ever noticed how some of us, some ladies, become emotionally exhausted because we've spent our entire lives giving without discernment? Giving everybody access, giving everybody grace, giving everybody understanding, giving everybody another chance. Meanwhile, our own nervous system stays overwhelmed, our own needs are neglected, and our own peace keeps getting postponed. Because a lot of us were taught being a quote-unquote good woman or a godly woman meant being endlessly available. It also meant being helpful. It also meant being accommodating, agreeable, and nice, even when it cost us emotionally, even when our bodies were tired, even when our spirits were overwhelmed, even when our intuition was trying to warn us, screaming. And somewhere along the way, we started confusing, overextending ourselves with kindness. But kindness and niceness are not the same thing. Because niceness gives everything to everybody, kindness gives selectively with discerning wisdom. Niceness fears disappointing people. Kindness understands everybody cannot have unlimited access to us. Niceness ignores red flags to preserve connection. Kindness pays attention to patterns and reciprocity. And some of us are entering a season where our healing requires discernment. Not hardness, not cruelty, not isolation, but discernment, because our peace deserves wisdom too. It's not like you could just snap your fingers and automatically you're kind or you're wise. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Samone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan, my BFF, my best friend, for real, forever. I am a celebrity certified personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, Texas, built in Los Angeles, California. I trained at Juilliard in New York City with School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only 3-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs and infomercials. And the first of the 450 fitness DVDs was led by celebrity trainer and GOAT Gunnar Peterson, who's known for training the Kardashian family. As a celebrity certified personal trainer myself, some of my most notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, Amber Riley of Glee. And as a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, and Tiana Taylor, Justin Baldoni, and Issa Rae, and Keke Palmer, to name a few. I share my accomplishments not to toot my own horn, but to honor the millions of sacrifices that my mom planted in me so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I am still becoming. So welcome to Cut to the Chase at 8, now C2TC8, H.E.R Circle, which stands for high-performing, empowered women and some men who are ready to thrive. So whether you're a mother, a single mother, a caretaker, an entrepreneur, an inspiring entrepreneur, working a 9-to-5, trying to become an entrepreneur, juggling 2 to 3 jobs, rebuilding quietly, or simply trying to hold yourself together while going and grieving and healing through life in real time, this space is for you. This circle is for you. So if you're listening and are watching, I want you to pull up a real chair or a digital chair and grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8, a 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro-living transformations. And I am so overjoyed that you are here, because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace in this space as we are living in some really interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body health, that is ultimately our wealth, in microdoses for macro living. So make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause, your 15-minute pause for a cause, for clarity, for wellness, for grace and intentional decision making, and giving yourself grace in this space, because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode, my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with, and hopefully encourage you to give yourself grace in this space with something practical, something grounded, and something we could carry with us. So wherever you're listening from, I want you to turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with someone you care about. And please leave a 5-star rating and or send me a message, because it helps this space to grow and reach others. Now let's take a breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8, C2TC8, H.E.R circle. Let's cut the noise. Let's get clear. Let's get ready, set, and go and grow and be great. And so the title for today's episode, Niceness gives everything to everybody, but kindness gives to people with discerning wisdom. I think one of the hardest emotional shifts for us as women is realizing that everybody does not deserve the same version of you. Let me say that again. The hardest emotional shift for women is to realize that everybody does not deserve the same version of us. That is a lesson for me today. If you don't hear anything else, hear that. Because many of us were conditioned to believe kindness meant constantly accessibility. And that is niceness, where everyone has accessibility to you. That meant niceness means always answering, always helping, always understanding, always forgiving quickly, always overextending ourselves. And honestly, a lot of us ladies and women are emotionally exhausted. I know that I am. Because we've spent years giving from guilt instead of giving from alignment and purpose. And that's why discernment matters. Because discernment asks, what is this costing my peace? And not just your peace sometimes, your actual safety. What is this costing my nervous system? And what is this costing my spirit? And some of us have normalized emotional depletion because overgiving became part of our identity. I know for me now, when people are like, oh, you're so nice, it makes me repel now. I'm like, I don't want to be nice. I'll be kind, but nice is not who I am. That's why this whole series is called No More Nice. It is a manifesto to myself. That's why the PPT audit matters so much. People, places, and things, the audit, because our nervous system responds to what repeatedly has access to us. So when relationships drain your emotional capacity, when people think that you are their therapist, their manager, their stylist, their makeup artist, that can drain you if you continue. And some environments keep you hypervigilant. That could be in real spaces, in real life, digital spaces as well. So on social media and even in some group text. Some habits keep you disconnected from yourself. And eventually, healing requires honesty about what continuously interrupts our peace. Because not everybody deserves unrestricted access to us. And kindness understands that, which brings me to our keys. Key number 1, kindness pays attention to patterns. Niceness ignores red flags to preserve connection. Kindness notices patterns. Patterns reveal, and patterns in people, patterns in places that we go, patterns in things that we actually want for ourselves in our life. Patterns reveal if a place is emotionally safe, if someone that you speak to is emotionally safe. Consistency reveals this person cares about me and this is not a transactional relationship. Accountability matters. Maturity matters. Alignment matters. So our patterns reveal emotional safety. Patterns in other people, places, and things can reveal consistency. Patterns can reveal accountability. Patterns can reveal maturity. Patterns can reveal alignment. And some of us keep trying to love people into emotional, spiritual, and physical health. But our discernment understands love without wisdom becomes self-abandonment. Let me say that again. Our discernment understands that love without wisdom becomes self-abandonment. Which brings me to key number 2. Kindness includes yourself too. Some women give before resting. Some women give before processing. Some women give before checking in with themselves. Some women give before praying about, is this person someone that I should continue a relationship with, a friendship with, and even in workspaces. And eventually our bodies carry the emotional debt, DEBT. Through exhaustion, through resentment, through anxiety, through emotional numbness, through burnout. That's why SAC matters. Spontaneous, assertive communication. Learning how to communicate clearly, honestly, and respectfully without apologizing for having boundaries, needs, or emotional limits. Because emotionally healthy communication does not require self-erasure. And kindness should never require abandoning yourself. Which brings me to key number 3. Discernment protects peace. Niceness gives everything to everybody, including the kitchen sink. Kindness gives with discerning wisdom and prayer about, should I be aligned with this person? Should I be connected with this person? Because kindness understands everything deserves different access, different boundaries, different emotional availability, different levels of trust. An emotionally mature woman, and just because you are of a certain age does not mean that you are emotionally mature. And one way to determine emotionally mature women is to notice people's temper. Do they get flustered and do they take their frustrations out on other people? And can they have conversations that are uncomfortable, that have conflict? But conflict does not mean you're canceled. Conflict should mean, let's figure this out. And so emotionally mature women figure it out and they eventually learn how to protect their peace. We learn how to protect our peace. It's not something that we instantly do. And so when you hear people say self-care, that is part of it. And so self-care is not selfish. It is wisdom. Because discernment is not cruel. Discernment is stewardship. So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It truly has been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me and whatever season you're in with me today. And I am so genuinely thankful that you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. So before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and 1 reflection question from today's episode. Key number 1, kindness pays attention to patterns. Key number 2, kindness includes yourself too. Key number 3, discernment protects our peace. And our 1 question to sit with is, where in my life have I been confusing overgiving with kindness while neglecting my own peace? So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know that you needed, if there's anything that I shared today that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this podcast with someone you care about, or leave a 5-star rating if you feel led, and or send me a text so that this becomes a dialogue and not just a monologue, because it'll help this space to grow and reach others who may need it. And before we close, I want to extend a gentle invitation. If you've been listening consistently, reflecting, or feeling called to move beyond just listening into a community and with intentional growth, I'd love for you to consider becoming a part of the C2TC H.E.R Circle founding member. This is a foundational community for those who want to build, grow, and heal together intentionally, honestly, and in rhythm. And founding members will help shape what this space becomes. And I'd be honored to have you be a part of that beginning. And remember, 30 new episodes launch on the 15th of every month for 15 days with twice daily episodes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And hopefully the next episode you hear will be an interview with a licensed therapist. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15-minute microdose for macro living. Now let's close with 1 breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will see you later today at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. I am Madison Samone Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase at 8 C2T C8 Her Circle. High-performing, empowered women who are ready to thrive. And we are ready, set to go and grow, and let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours until tomorrow.